visibilities, and most of them are okay, but you get out to McHenry, Aurora, into LaSalle, even DeKalb, and the visibilities are lower due to some haze and some fog. And what you need to remember is when we have these cold temperatures combined with fog, that can result in some icy patches. 7 below is the temperature right now in Cary. It's 6 on the plus side out at O'Hare. In some cases, the temperatures and the wind chills are exactly the same. Air is fairly calm. We'll talk more about that coming up. So let's see if Roz is hearing of any fog issues. Roz?
We have plenty of issues. Fog, not one of them at the moment, but started off with a CTA scare. This on the red line at the Loyola station. They had a person on the track, so they had to cut power, and just moments ago they restored power, got that person off the tracks, restored the power, so we still have some residual delays on the CTA red line if you're getting ready to head out the door right now. Expressways, not so bad.
Thank you, Roz. And new this morning, a top leader of Al-Qaeda's Yemen branch now claims responsibility for the terror attack on the Paris newspaper Charlie Hebdo. The paper just released its first edition after the attack on the staff 1 week ago today. Finding a copy of the new issue is nearly impossible. It printed 3 million copies, more than 50 times the usual circulation. ABC's chief foreign correspondent, Terrell.
Yeah, it is.
Again.
Yep.
Yeah, and at O'Hare, lucky to have 6 because some areas are, 5 below, 8 below actual temperature.
Wow.
Heat wave. Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, you can really feel that, huh? Well, we do have a tiny bit of a heat wave coming our way here toward the weekend, and we've really been, we started highlighting this weekend's forecast last weekend with the possibility of those temperatures near 4, especially out in some of the far western suburbs, and this could result in some icy patches around the Chicago area this morning. So let's take a peek again at those visibilities. We'll keep an eye on this and see if they do improve. Worst visibilities right now, LaSalle, Aurora, out around McHenry. DuPage County Airport is now reporting visibility of a mile. Out in DeKalb, visibility is at a mile as well. But at the airports, both O'Hare and Midway, visibility does not seem to be an issue. Our average high today is 31. Our low so far this morning is 6 degrees. As we look at the tempcast, by noon today, many of our temperatures should be in the teens, maybe even a couple of spots heading around a 20. But for the most part, I think we're steady upper teens and lower 20s here into this afternoon. And then by 6 p.m., still, again, kind of steady in the teens. Right now, 6 with cloudy skies out at O'Hare, a west-southwest wind at 6, and that's giving us our AccuWeather real feel of 4 below. It is 6 below the temperature right now in Hampshire and Crystal Lake, as well as Morris and Pontiac, and it's 2 below right now in Whiting, Indiana. Now, you will notice that the air is calm in some spots so that we have the wind chill and the actual temperature exactly the same. But as we take a peek at the wind field, unlike yesterday when that wind was coming from the east, now our wind is coming from the west and southwest, primarily around the Chicago area. Taking a broader look at the satellite and radar imagery, not a lot going on around the country. There's a little snow across central Wisconsin. I don't think any of that will get in here. Mid-Atlantic states dealing with an ice storm around Norfolk, Virginia, up into Washington, D.C., and the Baltimore area, too. But as we look at the upper air patterns still into the weekend, you can see how the core of this cold air will continue to retreat northward into the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, especially on Saturday, we get those high temperatures near 40 degrees with a little bit of a setback in the numbers here come Sunday. This morning, mainly cloudy with some patchy fog and cold. Plenty of clouds, still cold here this afternoon, too. And then tomorrow, high temperatures near 30, although it will be fairly windy tomorrow. And then by Friday, we get up
This morning. Governor Bruce Rauner is now reviewing executive...
Wednesday morning, and Tracy, we've got some fog out there.
Museum there. Been on quite a few field trips there myself. Well, good morning. As we start with a look at the visibilities, and they're most poor or most compromised, especially far northwest and now around LaSalle. In Aurora, we just had rapid improvement, so that is a bit of good news out there right now. But not much improvement with these temperatures. 6 right now at O'Hare, but you get to Wheaton at 7 below. 5 below, that's the temperature right now in Morris. And you look at some of these wind chills, feels like it's 10 below in McHenry and 20 below right now in that wide open spot out there in Aurora. That airport in Sugar Grove. You can see through the day, minimal sunshine, cold, a little bit of fog around the area this morning. Couple that with some bitter cold temperatures, and that may result in a few icy patches. Right now, 5 below in Wheaton, 5 below in Morris. Fog and haze out around LaSalle as well as Cortland and down into Pontiac right now. We'll have your complete forecast. It's coming up, Roz.